All right, y'all. Hold on. Am I on? Am I? Oh, okay. Can y'all hear me? Salutations, Magnolia. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. I thought to come on here. I'm in my comfy clothes, and I just said, hey, let me come up here and talk about this Nancy Guthrie situation because it's blowing my mind. And yeah, let's give it a try. So behind me is the this is the look behind me. This whole thing might fall. I tried to like use my clothing hangers to hang up my green screen. So we'll see how it goes. So welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary, where we talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. I want to talk about this Savannah and Nancy Guthrie situation because we're approaching the sorry guys, I told you guys I'm having like a sinus. Sorry, I have to drink my water. Sorry guys. Little ASMR. We gotta talk about it, y'all. We gotta talk about it. So sit back, relax, get your snacks like I am, because we're gonna be on here for a couple of hours. I got my grapes and stuff and my apples. So we'll be on here for a couple of hours because Savannah just moved into a mansion, you guys. So she moved into a mansion with her brother and sister. It's like 1.2 million. But before we get started, if you can, please donate to the channel. We're demonetized right now, but that the show still goes on. Okay, so I got my spectacles on. We about to try to get this together. So yeah, let's talk about it. And below, just hit the like button. You don't have to give me anything, but any donations are cool. And if you want me to shout you out, let me know in the comments. Okay. So y'all, this story gets wilder and wilder. So as of now, we still again, prayers to Miss Nancy. We still have not gotten the ransom money yet. So prayers to Miss Nancy as we battle this. Hope she comes home. Savannah just released a um a message saying she thinks her and her brother and sister, they think that she's still alive. They think that Miss Nancy is still alive. So that's really cool. But let me read a little bit of this. So it says Savannah Guthrie moves in new hunkering down with siblings in a $1.2 million mansion as ransom deadline looms. So remember, I told you that Annie, Savannah's sister, and her brother-in-law, they moved from the house. We know Savannah lives in New York, right up the street from her job, right? For Good Day. So they then went and got a mansion down there closer just to make sure the mom is okay. And remember, Hoda from Good Morning, Good Day. I always get confused. Good Morning, America, Good Day. Hoda is replacing Savannah, who was supposed to go to the Olympics and cover that. So now Hoda is going. Okay, so let's get to that. So this is the mansion, y'all. They said Airbnb my butt. This is where Savannah's living now, allegedly. So this is where Savannah's living now with her entire, even the brother. The brother went there to live. So I guess they had to get their kids out, their family and stuff because of all the media down there. So they probably just decided to get this space big enough for all of them. They got the money, they could afford it. I don't know how much the rent is, but my question is, what's up with the ransom? What's up with the ransom? So she just dropped another message, but let's go to Harvey first and see what he was saying. This story. So what she just told us now, she told us that she needs our help, like the people help to find her mom. So I guess Savannah was like, like, look, y'all ain't about to trick me. She's been having too many of these fake ransoms. So imagine you just dropping 6 point something million in a Bitcoin. We were talking about that earlier. So where's the money gonna go? Right? Where's the money gonna go? So if she dropped 6 point something million in a Bitcoin, would I, once you go to jail, once it's transferred and it's, maybe somebody just will feel like it's worth it. You know what I mean? I don't know. But let's take a look. Let's take a look. So this is where they're staying. I'm trying to move it around. It says the new house Savannah and her siblings have moved into while they wait for their mom. Okay. They have a pool. They have a tennis court. They have a garage. It says the new house give the Guthries more privacy than Annie Guthrie's Tucson home. Yeah, because the media is out there. The media is out there. Okay, hold on, guys. We're going to play what TMZ has to say. And then we're going to, hopefully they don't cut us off because, you know, Harvey Levitt is greedy.
Welcome to TMZ Live. We have been looking at the alleged ransom note for Nancy Guthrie over and over and over. And when you really pick it apart, there is a clue as to where Nancy Guthrie might be in a very wide area, but at least it's a centralized area.
And this, as the clock is now ticking, really, for law enforcement after the passage of the first deadline, which was Thursday at 5 p.m. And now.
And you guys let me know, would you rather me or the logo? Let me know, because I know you guys are so used to just my logo. So let me know if you would rather that. I don't mind either. Let's go back to TMZ.
Now they're facing the Monday deadline, where the consequences, the stakes have been raised considerably. So this is a critical time for law enforcement.
So where is Nancy Guthrie if this ransom note is legit?
There is a way. I think there's been plenty of reason now and evidence that law enforcement and the family are treating it as if it is legit.
Right. I agree. The note references, obviously, demand for payment. Once payment is made, there is a time reference on how quickly Nancy will be returned.
And when they return to Tucson.
Return to Tucson. And when they say return to Tucson, you look at that time period. And you have to imagine, if they're saying it will be within a certain period of time, you look at how would they get her back? Well, they would clearly get her back by driving.
By driving. They're not getting on a plane with Nancy Guthrie because obviously they're going to be IDs shown. And even if they were flying in a private plane, they would have to log a flight plan. They're not going to do that. They're driving.
And so when they drive, they're not going to drive over the speed limit, because if they get stopped, the game is over for them. That obviously if Nancy is in the car, they are going to, the police are going to know immediately. So they would probably drive around the speed limit, let's say 60 miles an hour. We have now looked at a 60-mile-an-hour radius, given the time frame that is in that letter. and you use Tucson as the central point. And here's what we have. So this is Tucson, and this is the radius of the 60 miles an hour over the amount of time that they say they would get Nancy back by to Tucson. So it incorporates a lot of states. It incorporates Arizona, California, Nevada, Vermont, Idaho, Wyoming.
You keep doing that. Utah.
I'm sorry.
You keep saying that. I know you're looking and
I'm
you're
sorry.
seeing it as a V.
I apologize.
It's
Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, even Mexico, Texas, a slice of Kansas, and a slice of Oklahoma. So, you know, that's a lot, but it's not anywhere in the country or even outside of the country except for Mexico. And I doubt Mexico doesn't make sense
Mexico
because you don't want to go across the border.
They're not going to cross the border.
No.
Yeah.
So it's really here. And at least that's something. And
I don't think she went to
put
Mexico
out a
either.
$50,000 reward for
I don't think she went to Mexico. I don't think they got her out the country. But I am kind of concerned that they are doing this part, telling us the area and the space that she could be in, because that might scare off the kidnappers if they're kidnappers. Oh, I wonder if the brother-in-law is there as well. Let's listen to Savannah's note from today. Okay, let's go to that.
My doctor said that
sorry,
I could look
commercial
into
guy.
GLP-1 medications, but
No, not the GLP. We weren't trying to get that. Hold on, we got to play a commercial. TMZ wants their cut. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers, and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Remember what it felt like to be a little kid?
Oh, sorry. I think I was muted. So she's saying that they're in an hour of desperation right now. So we only have until Well, we have an hour and 15 minutes Tucson time before the ransom was supposed to be in. And get this, guys. At first, they said that they wanted, this is what they wanted. $1 million by Thursday. Okay, I got my notes. $1 million by Thursday. And then they wanted, if that wasn't paid, they tripled it up, quadrupled it up, and said, you know what, since you didn't give, if you don't pay me the $1 million on Thursday, we want the $6 million by Monday. And of course, at this time, poor Savannah and her siblings are getting these fraudulent requests for the money. So she didn't know to, this is me assuming, she didn't know what to do because they were getting fraudulent stuff coming through, right? I feel so bad because she looks just exhausted. Like, and then, you know what I didn't mention? She's probably thinking, what would my mother want me to do as well? In something like this, what would my mother want me to do in this kind of situation? However, I will say it's good that, let's go back to JLR. He's been around the clock on this. Let me just share. He's around the clock. Okay. He's outside the house. Now today, Kosh was supposed to come, the head of the feds. He was supposed to come today. So, but they're saying it was already a planned trip that he was supposed to come to Tucson. However, because of the situation, he may speak today. So that's what we're waiting on. We're trying to see if it's going to be a press conference or something like that, where we can see what's happening. Let's see. Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I see. Okay. So now basically a couple of podcasters, they're reporting, it's one that I really like to watch. I can't think besides JLR. They're reporting allegedly that Annie was the power of attorney over Nancy Guthrie. So that brings us back to like the whole, why wasn't that Ring doorbell subscription paid? Why wasn't that Ring doorbell subscription paid? Maybe Nancy thought it was paid because someone else pays her bills, right? And it's just a lot. Okay, so Nancy Guthrie. So we got an hour. Let's look at some moments with Savannah and her mom. Before we go, I'm watching JLR as well. The Today Show. Why do I keep on saying good day? Today Show.
Savannah, I'm gonna tell you.
It wasn't long after Savannah joined the Today Show family that we all fell in love with the matriarch of our own family, Nancy Guthrie.
So this won't be one of those easy home recipes. Okay, tell me about what we have. Not very healthy either. Okay, that's fine. Not healthy and not easy.
A mother who loves her family fiercely, a woman with deep conviction who always tells the truth.
I wanted to be that.
You wanted to be the Annie.
Even worse, you were like a poser.
I was a poser. I was a preppy poser. I was. Mom, you're like killing my rep around here.
She's raised 3 kids with grace, grit, and resilience, always encouraging them to pursue their dreams.
It was really hard for me to leave her. And that's when she said, if you can't leave me, then I didn't do my job right, Savannah.
A champion for her family, but for us here at Today too.
There's a number 1 member of your book club who loves you more than anyone.
You would think it'd be my mother.
Nope, it is my mother. Her name is Nancy Guthrie.
Not only is Nancy an avid reader, she treasures her time with her friends over mahjong, a game she's played since the 70s.
Savannah, this is my original mahjong set that Dad brought me back from Singapore.
Nancy has shown us she's always curious and always up for an adventure, traveling back to Savannah's birthplace, Melbourne, Australia, on Today.
Seeing the very place you were born is not something most people get to do or see. To get to go back with my mom is just really special, amazingly awesome.
But Nancy's heart is in Tucson.
Well, Mom, you guys came here in the 70s and you've been moving all around. What made you want to stay in Tucson and plant roots?
It's so wonderful. Just the air, the quality of life is laid back and gentle.
Perhaps her most precious offering, Nancy's family has always been guided by her deep, unwavering faith.
The greatest gift my mother gave me was faith and belief in God. It changed my whole life.
And her love.
My kids are absolutely amazing. So
They sure are absolutely amazing, Mama.
You know, I think for all of us who just have gotten into
We were talking about this in a Discord about this is just alleged, but about jealousy. In one video, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Savannah said that her mom told her that after she was, I think she's the youngest, right? But after she was born, then her family was complete. And that kind of like just made me think a little more like, could it be a little sibling jealousy there as well? You know, I think that Annie in her own right is successful in her own way, as well as her brother Cameron, but it is kind of huge when you could bring your mom on the Today Show and stuff like that. That is kind of huge, right? Let's go to back to JLR, see what he's doing while we wait. I must be behind because I got him on my TV too, but I see something totally different right now. Let's see. They say everyone's there, from the Enquirer to the New York Post to everyone's there. Hey, Curtis. This is it. Be safe driving. We just on here chilling, trying to see what's gonna happen. We got an hour and 6 minutes. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, now they have like the psychics covering this, like scary now. Okay, so the sheriff car is moving. Okay, that's it. That's all we got. All right, I'll keep on looking because I must be behind on my TV.
Where is Nancy?
Where is Nancy? So, if just to recap for the people that's joining me.
Hold on here. Shift change. Maybe.
Oh, shift change for the sheriffs, yeah. So they requested, then shout out to JLR. They requested the whole time they wanted the family, they wanted a sheriff in front of Nancy house the whole time to, you know, protect it. So that's what they're doing. So yeah, that's probably was a shift change. Oh yeah, right on time. And this person got the 5 o'clock shift, so they're about to be like, oh no. Let's see if we got any other. Let's see what the New York Post. Okay, so we got a little something. But a lot of the FBI experts, they're just steadily saying that they don't believe this was a kidnapping. So that's really interesting if they don't believe it's a kidnapping. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. We got an hour, you guys. We got 1 hour. This video was kind of strange. I guess we can't really say what's strange in this situation because everything's strange if your mom's gone, right? So we haven't been in those shoes, but this is very interesting. Let's see. Let's go over to
CBS News 24/7. I'm Elizabeth Cook. Breaking news in the desperate search for Nancy Guthrie. Just moments ago, Nancy's daughter, Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, released a new video message on the situation. Take a listen.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
I want to bring in CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez, who's live for us in Tucson, Arizona. Andres, we know a ransom note gave a deadline of later on tonight. What are we learning about this note and the investigation into Guthrie's disappearance today?
Elizabeth, those deadlines are associated with a note that was sent to local stations last week, as well as TMZ. One of those deadlines already passed. It was Thursday. Came and went, no contact between the person who wrote the message and the family. And now they ended up establishing this second deadline later today. We will see if there is any communication at all. So far, those ransom notes reportedly have provided no proof of life. And again, the author did not provide a way for the family to get a hold of him or her. It is all quiet here at the house. At the front of it, there is a sheriff deputy that is stationed out there guarding the home for security purposes. But back here where I'm at, in the backyard of Nancy Guthrie's home, is where most of the investigation took place yesterday. They ended up focusing on a septic tank. Drone video shows investigators lifting the cover of that tank and sending a long pole down there, possibly looking into any evidence that could have been washed or flushed away. They also were able to recover a camera from the roof, as well as towing away Nancy's car on Friday evening, which came hours after the television stations here in Tucson ended up receiving another notification. The FBI still trying to vet that. As far as the law enforcement out here, they have not had any press conference. They've been mum since Thursday. They did reiterate over the weekend that they still don't have a suspect. There is no person of interest or any suspicious vehicles that have been tied to this investigation. Detectives have stopped by near local gas stations out here, trying to see if there were trying to track down the vehicles that were in this area at the time of the disappearance Saturday night and early Sunday morning when Nancy disappeared. Her face right now being plastered, besides on TV screens across the country, also on billboards that the FBI they're offering a $50,000 reward, and alongside with that, they're putting her face up on these billboards here in Arizona and across the region. So again, $50,000 reward being offered. As you heard there, Savannah, distraught as this is going into another week, that no tip is too small in this case, Elizabeth.
Yeah, and that deadline is quickly approaching later on today. Andres, thank you so much.
It's like, what is the deadline? Okay, so what's the deadline? Like, if you're doing something, I'm trying to choose the right words, because if she pays it at 5 o'clock, what they said it was going to be horrible consequences if she didn't. So what are they saying? They're going to, is it like the movies, Lord forbid, where they're going to try to mail a body part or something weird like that? Is it something worse? But they're saying it's going to be a consequence at 5 o'clock. So she has to like call the bluff. That's such a hard situation to be in. And you guys, we only have 57 minutes. 57 minutes. And Cash Patel, he's supposed to be there today. So I wonder if she got to meet with them. So like I said, Savannah, her brother, and her sister have all moved to a new house. And the ransom demand is still unpaid. I mean, what is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do? And it's so sad because usually if this was reported to the police, the missing person would be disposed of. It's too hot on them right now. I think especially with the police, the feds, the sheriffs, and the media attention, right? I hope that she's alive and well, but I'm sort of rolling with you, Magnolia. It doesn't. Returning her will put them at risk. Returning her will put them at risk. Not returning her is easier. And that's so morbid and so wrong. Like, I hope that they just drop her off at the Circle K. Like, just drop her off and keep on going. Tell her to keep on walking and don't look back until somebody see her. But how are they going to get the money? That's why I think the whole money thing is like a bluff. I think it's like a bluff. Y'all, we're just waiting. I'm refreshing. If you just joining me, welcome. Especially if she's seen the person that took her. You know what I was thinking, Magnolia? Especially if she know the person that took her. Or if something happened when she got dropped off. If she and like Tommaso, I keep on getting his name wrong. Tommaso, the brother-in-law. Especially if he and her got into it or something. Because why was that front door open if she's entering through her garage? Like if she usually enter into her garage. But of course they're not telling us everything, so we just hanging in there. Y'all can hang with me. Oh, you guys, I got a new chair for my birthday. Here go my chair. It's a little old lady chair with a little pillow. It's so comfortable. Thank you to who got me this chair. Man, I swear y'all the best. Y'all the bomb. Got a little old lady pillow, so I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be sitting here for a little bit, waiting to see what happened to our girl. Because bring this lady home, man. Like, it's too hot on them right now. It's too hot on them right now. All right, let's go to some more. JLR, he out there, baby. He out there. Someone just put in the comments, is anyone watching the sister house? That's what I want to see. I cannot find anyone live streaming over at the sister house because I just want to know who's over there. What's going on? So shout out to JLR for being out there. I fell asleep watching him yesterday, and then I was like, man, I gotta support. Let's see what TMZ, what else they had to say.
Information leading to the return of Nancy. So at least, you know,
I guess
you can look at this area and say, this is where people should be particularly vigilant.
Right, because when you're watching the news conference, you may, wherever you are, you may be thinking, well, I'm nowhere near that. There's nothing I'm looking out for. But it's not just people in Arizona, certainly not just people in Tucson, but there are several states where you should be on the lookout for something. And police it's very clear from the tone of that news conference, they need help. They want more tips from the public because they need something to point them in the direction of the abductors. And it doesn't seem, at least they're not letting on, that they have anything like that now.
Right. So this is just surmise. This is opinion based on what we've seen in the ransom note and just generally. So a lot of people are wondering, if this ransom note is legit, did the person just think, my God, there's Savannah Guthrie on TV. She's rich, she's famous. I'm going to find her
where
mother.
her mom is. Yeah.
Or is it somebody who lives in the Tucson area and knows that Nancy lives there and knows who Nancy's famous daughter is and hatched a plan? Right. And the reason that makes more sense to me is that you look at who got the ransom notes. and it's TMZ, which is national,
right?
But then two local television
Two
stations
local
in
television
Tucson.
stations that you would imagine that whoever they are aware of those stations. That
I have a question. What if it's some kids? What if it's some kids, like teens, that took her? I'm just thinking about the Bitcoin, the plant. They said that the letter seemed very, very like whoever wrote it was very educated, but it could have been like Chat GPT, right? What if it was kids that took her? They knew how much money she had, or they did a ransom. I just never thought about it too. And then they knew to contact TMZ.
That's why they sent them to those stations.
Right.
If you were just going to send it to national outlets, all right, sure, you'd send it to TMZ, but then you would send it to other national outlets. The fact that it's just those 3 outlets leads me, I agree with you, it seems like whoever we're dealing with here is someone in that area, in the Tucson area.
Yeah, and and one more thing. People have been asking, what is the nature of this letter? I mean, does it sound like it's written just by a crazy person, or does it sound like somebody who has their faculties and is just evil? And I will say that, and you would disagree if you want, but the letter is well structured. It is well written.
It's pretty straightforward. Also, it's not very verbose, and it gets to the point.
Right to the point.
Right to the point. It is clear what their demands are. It's clear what they are willing to do and what they're not willing to do. And I think that is the frustration that the family certainly, and we saw Savannah's brother posting a video last night, or Savannah posted it right at the time of the deadline.
Right.
So it said what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. It's something about that deadline today. It's something that they said today was going to be extreme consequences. Garden says, okay, I'm glad you're not driving. I doubt if it was teenagers. If it was, unfortunately, she might be dead. Teenagers would not be able to keep her alive since she's a senior citizen and it's health challenges. Okay. And this is what I was thinking. Okay, let's talk about the medication. They said that she needed medication to stay alive, right? For her daily living. Okay. So I have medication, and sometimes I get what's that thing, like a 90-day supply, right? So I'll have like 3 months or whatever. And would anybody miss if I had 20 pills missing? I guess you'll look at the date of the medication. But like, let's say it was the son-in-law or whatever, and he went in there and was like, let me make sure I have at least 10 blood pressure pills to keep her alive. Hopefully. You know what I mean? Oh, and the teenagers asking for Bitcoin is a bit out of their sphere of understanding. I thought that that was what the young people was doing. So excuse me, guys. I thought that's what the young people was doing. Thanks for that. So okay, so because it's been what, 10 days, or we're on day 9. Day 9, we got 45 minutes. Let's see if we got a press conference yet. The sheriff should be having his butt at somebody's podium. But he said he's not going to say anything if they don't have anything. Let's see. I'm looking. Yeah. Nobody's saying nothing. And they're not going to tell us what's in the note. So, wow.
The brother again saying, we want direct contact with you. And to this point, the abductors have not done that.
And said in the letter that there will be no further contact. We will see if they change their opinion. But the point I wanted to make about the letter is, my sense is this is an intelligent person. Because when you look at the way that letter is written, grammatically it's correct,
right.
No spelling errors. It is structured and layered. So it just has the markings of somebody who seems somewhat intelligent.
I'm TJ, I'm from Wisconsin, and what really worries me about this situation is how misinformation can spread online like wildfire. I mean, it's all too easy for bad actors to use tools like AI to generate potentially a fake ransom note or generate a video that makes it seem like her mother is still alive. And it just makes it much more difficult because they're injecting so much confusion into the situation.
Yeah, you're right. Technology is definitely
that's not
another
gonna
layer
help.
to this, not only because of Bitcoin, which won't be traceable.
Yeah. The AI thing is because now we're seeing her photos in every kind of way possible now. So it'd be nothing for someone to just generate something. I mean, I guess you could tell AI, right? The feds can tell what AI is. So man, this is just a pickle everybody's in. I agree. Let's do one more. We're counting down, guys. See what News Nation has to say. Dang it, this is so sad. I feel so bad for them. And then I think it's gonna be worse if if all of us that like I said, we're armchair police over here at Burgundy Blue Commentary. I'm just sitting here like I'm solving the case. But it's so sad that if it becomes that she knows who did this, if poor Savannah knows who did this to their mom, this would be just horrible. Okay.
Shaky voice looking directly into the camera, into her phone, saying her family's desperate, that they're living a nightmare. The ask is simple. She wants her mom home. Again, listen.
We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
I feel like, yeah, she's desperate now. So she's not gonna send the money. That's what I feel like. Let me know in the comments, would you send the money? Even if let's say she got 6 million right now in Bitcoin just sitting there, 6 million in her Cash App just sitting there, would you send the money if they didn't give you proof of life? Proof they even still have her body, if that's what we're boiling down to. And if it is a body, which we hope is not, sooner it's better for her to get the body sooner than later, because we know what happens with bodies at time, right? As time passes, what the condition of a body can look like. Yeah, Garda says that's a problem. I would never send a body with the money without proof of life. Yeah, like, what is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do?
News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton continues.
And then I want to bring up Savannah has young kids. Like she has kids that are like 8 and 11 or something like that. Some young kids. And then the sister has like a tween. So their grandma, I'm thinking about them too. Like their grandma is gone. Like this is just, what the heck is, hold on, he's walking. Let's see, JLR is walking to the, he walking over. He sees something. Hold on, let's see. Shout out to JLR. Let's see what he see. What kind of car is that?
Massive police presence. We got
They're outside Nancy's house.
Vehicles up there. Where people have arrived. Look how far down the media goes here.
Wow.
Look how many cars are. It goes all the way down the block. It's insanity. I've never seen so many people out here. Literally.
Yeah.
It shows you.
Let me see. I gotta check. I got my notepad. Hold on, guys. I got my notepad where I had how. So he is 14 minutes from Annie's house. 14 minutes from Annie's house.
Wait.
He's in front
so
of
many people out here.
Nancy's house. It is a lot of people. Magnolia said, to be honest, what if she really don't have it? Well, that's what I was thinking. And you know what's so weird when they do those when you Google celebrity net worth. Like it's so funny when you Google those celebrity net worths and then it say this and then so they just assume. But you know, she makes a pretty penny, but she still gotta live. 6 million. 6 million. That's what maybe it's somebody they know that feel like they do have 6 million. This is crazy. We're counting down, you guys. We're at 37 minutes to the deadline. I don't know what's supposed to happen at the deadline, but shout out to JLR for being there.
All right, folks, we're getting close to about 32 minutes left. What happens after the deadline? What happens after the deadline? No, seriously, what happens? I know, right?
I'm not saying.
like I've heard of anybody doing that. I'm just saying in my head. I can see some youngsters sort of did it tonight shit, using a property that's close by. That's easy to transport and not get it comfortable. It's another there, it's another possible. We're always open, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That is at least what Savannah Guthrie seems to be telegraphing in her latest Instagram post. She says she, meaning Nancy, is feeling these prayers. So she believes Nancy is still out there. And the other thing that seems clear is they have reached a dead end with whoever took her mother. She says that we believe our mom is out there. We need your help. This is Monday, and the deadline is today at 5 o'clock Tucson time. And the kidnappers made it very clear in the first ransom note, which we received, the situation is dire if they are true to their words, if they don't get that ransom money at 5 o'clock today, Tucson time. We have checked the Bitcoin address, and you can see what's deposited. As of this moment, the $6 million ransom has not been deposited. Something has happened where they are at a stalemate. Because if you remember over the weekend, Savannah said, we are ready to pay. And the money isn't there. There is some reason, obviously, as to why they haven't. And it just seems like Savannah is throwing her hands up, saying law enforcement is doing everything they possibly can, but she is begging for the help of anybody, no matter how far away, for anything that could be a clue. The kidnappers, as far as we know, have not shown proof of life. Now, we have only seen the first ransom note, not the second. The second was sent to a local Phoenix television station, but it seems...
Hold on, guys. We're going to go back to JLR.
Say the addresses, but
oh, gotcha.
Say the block around the. Just say the block. No, just say the block. The something block.
Yeah. No,
you're gonna say under construction, right?
Right.
Yeah. Just say the 100 block.
Yeah.
And say there's.
I'll believe it. I think that's right. You're right.
No, go ahead. Say what's on. There's a street.
Is this street, but that way?
Yeah.
So how about that? You know, they're just. I'm not saying it might be a nothing burger, but. It's close by. We don't know if she ever left the neighborhood.
So you're saying, what are you saying? These homes have left?
They're empty. There's no one in there, so they're huge. One of them has the garage wide open, still into the house.
Yeah. And you also said there's homes under construction. I've seen homes under construction too.
Two of them just going that way. Yeah.
I mean, that's a great. I mean, think about this. I mean, you could put a puppy in one of these empty homes.
Like these guys are, you know, they're talking shit about me, but at the same time. Hey, the collective
got
DLR is the link, but anyway.
Thank you for that information.
I'm glad you said something. That's like that.
I mean, yeah, but you would think that they would go and search the properties of some of the homes around here, unless they have another theory.
These sheriffs not doing none of that.
Yeah, no, for real.
These sheriffs. They opened up the crime scene.
I mean, unless they feel like she left this subdivision, this whole neighborhood, and left. But if she left the subdivision, there is surveillance. They can't say there's no surveillance because every single street corner of these intersections, where it is the busy roads, are all lit up.
And it's not busy that late.
They're not busy that late. So show some surveillance of people around there at 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m., and show a suspicious car. Show a car of interest. And then not only that, but if they know who did it, then they can go pinpoint another location and pinpoint another location and follow the tracks of that car. Because okay, this car has been seen at this intersection at 2:32 a.m. The same car was seen at 2:40 turning here. and so on and so on, and go like this, but they haven't released any vehicle. But at the same time, Annie Tomaso's vehicle got towed, where Nano says, oh, it's just part of procedure. But at the same time, Nancy's vehicle sits in a garage for days before her vehicle gets towed. They towed Annie and Tomaso's vehicle instantly, but if it's so-called just a matter of procedure and policy, then why did they tow Nancy's car at the same time they towed Annie and Tomaso's car?
Get him, JLR. Get him.
The fumble or what?
Some things just don't make sense, but then it also puts me back to the Pima County Sheriff with how they handled this entire home.
You're right.
You got tape up, you release the tape.
I mean, come on. That was released by via video.
Yeah, but Bortak was there with the best canines we got and didn't come up with anything.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, where's the...
Or I don't know if it was Bortak, but Border Patrol's unit was here. They called it something else, Murky, not Bortak. They called the other...
Yeah, so where's the... That's what I'm like, y'all don't have no bloodhounds, no whatever, the police German shepherds. This is just, I think they know what's going on. They just won't tell us. They won't tell us. They're probably going to just have an arrest. Do you guys think it's going to be an arrest today, though? Do you think that, like, they're going to arrest somebody in the family, possibly?
That the kidnappers have not done anything concrete, although there was something really interesting in the message Savannah left over the weekend when she said, "We understand," referring to that first note. So there is something that the kidnappers said or demanded that Savannah is acknowledging. And then to me, the key word in that Instagram post over the weekend is the word celebrate. Mm-hmm. What did Savannah mean to say, we want to celebrate with our mother? It's an odd phrase to use in the middle of all of this. And the only thing I can think of is that word may well have been used in that second ransom note. I don't know because we haven't received the second, but the word is so out of context that...
And see, like where we are, we have a celebration of life in our family. So that's what I'm thinking. But it's like maybe she got another ransom note. Because remember, Annie and Tomas, they were texts. You guys, we only got... I'm so nervous. I'm over here. My heart is just going like this. We only got 28 minutes. Now, do we know what's going to happen in 28 minutes? No. Probably nothing. But my heart is beating like this, like if these kidnappers are serious, and it really is kidnappers, because I don't think that it is kidnappers. I think that they didn't expect for this to go so fast as it did. And they threw this to throw it off. But I feel for Nancy, if she's still with us, if she knows about the deadlines. Like, can you imagine if you're captive and you know about the deadlines and she know that in the next 25 minutes now, and then I want to say Savannah is a woman of faith as well. So maybe she just means that her mom in spirit, I don't know. When she says celebrate with her. Now we can't forget Nancy's birthday was the 27th. I don't know.
I think it's reasonable to at least guess that that word was used in that second note. Now, she says, our mom has been taken and we don't know where. So she is kind of acknowledging that. And as we told you last Friday, that the way the ransom note, and we'll be a little bit descriptive now, the way the ransom note is worded, that they say we will bring your mother back to Tucson, meaning they're not in
Tucson,
right now,
okay.
if you believe them and take them at their word. We will bring her back to Tucson within 12 hours of the time that we receive the money. Well, if you take 12 hours and then you multiply it by 60 miles an hour, it gives you about a 700-mile radius around Tucson. And so it's basically the western United States, if you take them at their word that they would be within the confines of that 700-mile radius. Personally, I think that there is a good chance that they are way closer. And the reason I say that is there is a connection between this kidnapper and the Tucson television market, which is a much smaller radius than 700 miles. This person who wrote it has some connection to Tucson, because the first ransom note was sent to 2 local television stations there, in addition to us. The second ransom note sent to KOLD, which is one of those 2 television stations in Tucson. So whoever wrote this has some connection. Remember, if this were just somebody who saw Savannah Guthrie on TV and said, here's what we're going to do, they probably would have sent it to NBC News, where Savannah works. This is somebody connected to Tucson. And it just feels like it's somebody who either knew Nancy or knew of Nancy, that she had a famous daughter. And that's somebody in that Tucson area. So we talked about it on Friday, but it sure seems to me that,
man, you guys, this is so sad. Like, bring that lady home, and if she's gone, bring her body home, like, so her kids can have peace. I'm confused because Savannah, 2 things, they sound totally different, because she was like, this is the only way we're gonna have peace. Now she's like, maybe she just had to pray on it. Then I know that she's just doing it by herself, and her siblings are not in that video as well. This is something we're learning along the way. So let's listen to some more Harvey, and then I'm gonna see if CNN is going to have a press conference.
And I want to say one other thing, that whoever wrote this is intelligent, is articulate. And I say that because the way that first ransom note is worded, it is well structured. The grammar is almost perfect. And it is somebody who is smart. And so if there's somebody in the Tucson area who noticed that somebody over the last week has gone MIA, who is smart and articulate, I don't know, that might be a lead. But it just feels like this is somebody who lived in that Tucson area, or at least the Tucson market. And it is somebody who, if you believe this letter, is within that radius right now with Nancy of the city of Tucson, Arizona. So unfortunately, it seems, at least judging by Savannah's most recent post, that they are at some kind of a dead end, because she's just now begging for everybody's help as the clock keeps ticking.
Okay, y'all, let's look at some live updates with the New York Post. Hold on, let me see what JLR. He's on my TV. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Let's go back to JLR. Let's see. Oh, you guys, if you can support the channel, we have a $19.99 live stream goal. That would be amazing. I'm going to be on here a while, and I am demonetized, so it would help a whole lot. We have Cash App and Venmo. You don't have to. It would just be awesome if you can. Okay, let's go to Let's go back to JLR and just see what he got going on. How many minutes we got, you guys? How many minutes? 20 minutes. Before I go to JLR, let's go to TMZ and see if they check the Bitcoin address. Okay, so far nothing no alert about the deposit of the Bitcoin. So if you guys are just joining us, the Bitcoin $6 million was not paid. Even though they said they would pay the other day, they said they would pay. Then this time they said they weren't gonna pay. So I wonder, this is my question. I wonder if Savannah and her brother and sister just decided we're gonna see if they'll reach out, if they'll email us, right? Excuse me, guys. The hiccups. I'm drinking water. If they were going to just pay and see if they would email, but they didn't. So they were just like, man, that didn't work. So then today she decided to like use her media power to say, hey, we need your help. And if you see something weird, see something, say something. This is horrible. So we're down to the wire. Let's see. Going back to JLR. More police are showing up.
$4:41, 19 minutes. 19 minutes.
$19 minutes, y'all. I'm so nervous. And it's like, what are we waiting for? Because we don't even know what we're waiting for. It's a 5 o'clock deadline. So at 5:01, are they gonna just come on screen like with a like anonymous or something like that? And I don't know. Let's see. See if we got any other updates, you guys.
Sorry.
Okay, CNN. Let's see. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm going to KGUN.
Wait. Deadline coming up. Deadline coming up, folks.
This is so sad. Let's see. This are 9 days. She's been gone for 9 days. She's been gone for 9 days. Let's see. So, what do we do if nothing happens? Like, I keep on saying, like, Savannah's at home, like, who is this we, like you speak of? But how long do she stay living in Arizona? How long does she take off of work? How long do the kids stay out of school? How long do you hold out hope? What do we do if how long? What's the appropriate time for her to start back to live, her and her family? What's the appropriate time? What if we never find Nancy? What I mean, like, what do we do? Nope, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet, guys. We're hanging in there. How many? Okay, he's moving. Is he moving?
Yep. Blink your camera. On the other side of the room. Blink your camera. On the other side of the room. Yep. He doesn't want anyone over. So sheriff doesn't want even anyone on the right side of the road. Anyone that puts a camera or stands over there, he will tell them. He will tell them.
Oh, the sheriff made them move.
She's talking about a car with an oil leak.
Hey, Douglas.
She's giving information. She's talking about an oil leak. He's not paying attention. We'll find out what's going on.
Okay, go on over there. Go on over there.
What's going on? What do you got?
Nothing really.
What were you showing him?
Well, people stated that there was a family here for 2 days before she went missing.
It was what?
And I was just curious. See her hair?
Oil leak?
They followed up on any white vans, construction workers. White van, oil leak.
Yeah, I saw you pointing there. Deputy didn't.
No comment.
No comment from the deputy. I'm sorry?
There's also a little one there. So, like, when the neighbors comment on that white man, they could also see where was that white man parked.
Gotcha.
That's never know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
You never know. You never know.
About that. She was pointing to the sheriff to come look at the oil. He just went in his car.
Them sheriffs.
Sheriff just went in his car.
These sheriffs are horrible. But I think, well, they probably already know. That's why the head sheriff was at the basketball game. How many minutes we got, you guys? 10 minutes.
Thoughts. She was pointing out an oil leak. What do you think? Deadline is approaching, folks. Boots on the ground. JLR investigates out front of the home of Nancy Guthrie. And it's coming. The deadline will be here shortly. Been out here all day, multiple days. We'll continue to be out here following where the media goes, following where law enforcement goes, what they reveal, what they share, the latest on this case. We're kind of like at this wall here, and everyone wants to know what's up and what's going to happen. But out here, you get to see kind of like the scene out here. The cars coming and going, the sheriff out here, perched. We will continue to see what happens out here, who arrives at the scene, anything and everything that's happening out here in front of the home. Got every media outlet out here pretty much. Sun is starting to go down. Got about an hour and 10 minutes or so. Sun will be down. It'll be pitch black. I'll stay on a little bit later on tonight to show you what it looks like once it gets dark. For new people in the chat, we did this a couple weeks ago. We were out here. I'll go get the flashlight, and I'll just show you how dark it is out here. We're doing good on battery. Reception's pretty good out here. We got 53% battery with a charger, so we're good. We're not losing steam. So we welcome everyone. Everyone can have an opinion and perspective on what's going on, their take on this, your theories. We want to hear it. We want to see it. Share in the chat. Share in the chat. I will continue to, and plus we share what other media journalists share and what people are saying. New statement by the Pima County Sheriff says they are following up new leads, and we can expect to see an active law enforcement present at the Guthrie residences. I have not noticed anything at Nancy or Andy's house. This is Brian Etten reporting. They're coming back here. They're coming back. Oh boy. This is what they said. They are coming back. We expect to see an active law. They're going to do a search, I suspect.
But they should have been doing these searches. Why are they just now doing these searches? And then the crime scene has been contaminated.
As reported the other day, I shared this. A letter went out to residents late last week informing them that law enforcement plans to do searches around this particular area in Nancy's. I don't know about Annie's, but in Nancy's home here. So that could be something.
Yeah. Thanks for being out there, Brian. Okay, so let's talk about the septic tank. So, this was the theory of the septic tank.
They put out a statement. So this is it looks like I would say tomorrow. I can't see them doing it tonight, but who knows? We'll stick around.
They were saying, why would they search the septic tank? They said in case someone flushed evidence. I didn't think about that. So the evidence doesn't go immediately to the main sewer, if you will. Like if they try to flush like her pacemaker or something like that, it may be down there on her property down at the bottom. I know we thought that maybe she would be looking. Sorry, guys. Trying to keep updated too. If you can, guys, support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. We're demonetized right now. You don't have to. Okay. Let me see. No. Nothing yet. We got 5 minutes. Y'all pray. Y'all pray. Because where did the blood come from? Where did the blood come from? What did they do to this woman that she had to bleed like that? I'm thinking maybe, I mean, she's a fighter. She was fighting or probably screaming. And unfortunately, like to shut someone up, probably hit her in the nose, unfortunately, or something like that, and gave her a nosebleed is the best we could hope for. Let's see, it's some movement going on over there on Brian's. Let's see. They moving out.
Sheriff know right now to pass that tip along. It's like, Sammy's going down there and he's going to talk to law enforcement. I mean,
law enforcement got an attitude.
He's going to show him a picture, I think, too. He's giving them a tip. And whether they take that information, pass it along, I think it's a good tip. Soft sand. If they're saying there's going to be an active law enforcement presence around the Guthrie's homes, I would assume it's searches. It'd be searches. Anything and everything's possible per se, especially around the homes of the key people. It's this home and the last people she was with. Definitely search, or in between, or in between. Or in between. So yeah, I'll be out here bright and early. Definitely coming here. I'm coming here bright and early, but I'll monitor Annie's house too, and we'll go from there. We'll go which place they go to. They might go to both places at the same time. I think it starts tomorrow. I really do. First light. I think the searches start at first light. Few minutes, folks. Deadline. Deadline. A few more minutes. Deadline. Here it comes. A couple more minutes, folks. Deadline approaches.
Two minutes. I want to cry, y'all. 2 minutes. We're watching JLR investigate.
Deadline. And for people in the chat, I will show you again what it looks like out here once it gets dark.
He been out there all day. Really, he's been out. But he doesn't know how long he'll be able to hand out because he's been out there. I think like what 7 days after 9. I think he drove there too. Bless his heart. Let's see.
Law enforcement is going back out.
Hey, what?
Looks
1
like
minute.
Looks like he's taking that information. He's taking that tip.
So far, I forgot this gentleman's name. I think it's Criminal Minds.
Interesting.
But
so, soft sand right around the home of Annie and Tommaso. Soft sand. Sand.
It'd be crazy if he
So
cracked
he
the
was
case.
over there today.
It'd be
Just, you know,
crazy.
sleuthing around, and he noticed the terrain. We shared the terrain too on a live a couple of the mornings ago, just showing you just around the area. But there is like these like ditches and gullies and places where like water runs, and he's saying there's a bunch of soft sand.
Okay, the deadline is
Almost
here.
like quicksand, almost like a really sand you can stick like a,
on the nose.
Your stick down and it goes in. Soft sand.
Okay, the deadline is
Dude,
here, you
I personally
guys.
think that's 100% possible, especially around key players' homes here. 100% possible. One, if this crime occurred, we'll just say the window of this crime was probably from dark Saturday to light Sunday morning. So what can you do in the middle of the night? No light, pitch black. There's your opportunity. There's your opportunity to do something. If there's no kidnap. Well, yeah, kidnap. You could be kidnapped out of your home, but I'm talking a longevity kidnap.
Nothing yet, guys.
You could be kidnapped out. She could have got kidnapped and taken, but instantly something happened to her. So we don't know. He's sharing that information. He's writing it down. He's writing it down on his paper.
So this guy,
Let's go see. Oh no, he's leaving. He's walking away. All
Okay.
right, so let's get some scoop and find out what.
okay, yeah, let's get the scoop. He's been going to
said-
Annie's house and being nosy, which I
we're gonna get
love. Let's
Some
see.
info about this tip.
He's like, I'm just out here to help out. He's like, we're gonna
That
find
he
this
did.
lady.
All right, Alex, come on in. I'm going to here, spin it around. No, come here. All right, so you went over to law enforcement. What exactly did you do?
Just let them know that I was over at Annie's house, but maybe he doesn't know their names, but he's like, who's that?
He didn't know who that was.
I don't know.
Wow.
What? Do that on purpose. I don't know.
So he was like acting like he didn't know.
Yeah, he's first he asked me if I was on parole or probation.
He did?
Yeah.
He asked you if you were parole probation. Why?
They always do.
They do?
Normal.
You go give law enforcement a tip, and the first thing they ask is if you're on parole or probation? He stereotyped.
He sure
He
did.
stereotyped.
Because of all those tattoos, he sure
That's
did.
crazy. I remember. I mean, it's hey, law enforcement. I have some information I want to give you. First, are you on probation?
Name
or
and
parole?
badge
Oh,
number.
in California, that's regular.
That's crazy.
In the nice neighborhood and the shitty neighborhood.
Nice neighborhood. Are you on parole or probation? All right. So what happened?
I told him that I was over at that gully across the way, and there was like a big old. I don't know if you post the picture.
Oh, I didn't post a picture. Show your picture and put it to the screen. So he was over there at Annie and Tommaso's home. He didn't go on the property on a public street.
And make sure you got it.
Show it up. If you could go there. Might be enough. Let me see.
Let's see, y'all.
Hold on. Do it again. Hold on. We're gonna show. It's like seeing it, right? Like almost like.
Yeah, and it's like a big spot, like a body, not to say it, but a body size. And I put a
I don't know if you can see that, folks. Probably not.
Oh, I
But it's
see.
just like seeing.
So anyway, you can send me a link.
Just send you a link to send the tip.
Give me a call. So maybe I get some info.
So we said detectives are gonna give you a call.
Call, and then he said that she's gonna send me a link to send them the picture.
No, I think it's actually something you have to look at. It's particularly when they just put out that they're looking around the properties more or less. They're saying
If
there's
they
gonna be
buried
activity
that
at
lady on their
homes.
property, that would be
Activity, what would that
crazy.
be? A search.
And Savannah said,
Yeah. What'd she say?
asking for, you know what I mean?
Asking
If
for
you
help.
see anything,
Do you see anything?
Oh yeah,
even
she
if
sure
it's
did.
little.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was like, okay, maybe I just done nothing.
This is.
It could be
but
nothing, but it
more
could be.
wild.
Drone.
The drones are up. Someone's spin the camera around. Good work, man. We'll see if they actually act on it. Can't believe they asked you if you're on probation or parole. What if he said yes? He said, I can't talk to you?
Yeah.
And we won't find you credible?
Look, I just found Nancy. Are you on probation or parole?
Yeah.
Like what?
All right, folks. Deadline. Yeah, we missed it. We were talking. I mean, it's 5:04. Deadline is passed. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Deadline is passed. What does all that mean? What does that all mean?
Drones are up.
Drones are up. Drones are up. Probably these media outlets are going to start doing a report. Out here, see what happens here. Maybe law enforcement comes today.
Nothing. No
Standby
CNN.
outside the home of Nancy.
Let's see.
We'll see. That's crazy. You gonna be back tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for
Continues, yeah.
I'm gonna be here for light.
Nah, I thought you were mentioning that.
First light.
First light, he'll be there tomorrow.
Scares me, man. It scares me until I pick up out there. She's asking us for help for the world.
Yeah, she's asking the world for help. I don't see anybody. No,
Looks like a lot of
it's a dispatch scanner. Let's see.
Yeah, currently I count 6 people on the second floor, and one of those is a lady with patients going to be going up.
Let's listen a little bit, guys.
Said I know. It's on her property.
They probably off the scanner. They're probably off the scanner. This is 857 Tucson. Oh, JLR over here too. He ruling this. I'm frozen.
Located in my victim's backpack is 20 West 20th. Provided 1023.
Engine 303, injured person, 11,481, South Cherokee Lane, 11,500 south and 14,500 west. Respond on the dispatch. Engine 303, injured person, 11,481, South Cherokee Lane, 11,500 south and 14,500 west. Respond on the dispatch.
General Roger, total 3 follow up at 2 and 5 East Congress, RTC. The district event 061 63.
I wonder if we'll hear the tip come through.
260-1178, 260-1708.
We went to Alpha 273. Continental on watching out with the wall. Hello, is it Central Montana, the entry at 1
Nothing, y'all. Nothing, y'all. So maybe I'll come back a little later.
Fire alarm is 141. You can resend it to 344, volume 1024.
Okay. So I'm watching JLR over here. He running all the channels up in Tucson. So this is what TMZ is reporting. So it says Nancy Guthrie. Let me see, make sure I didn't get a text or anything. Okay. Nancy Guthrie abduction. Final ransom deadline passes. The final deadline to pay the ransom in the kidnapping of Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, has now expired. And there is still no clue, at least publicly, as to her whereabouts at 5 p.m. Arizona time today. That deadline was Monday at 5 p.m. Arizona time, and just a few hours ago, Savannah recorded and posted a solo video imploring the public to keep their eyes open for anything that could solve the case. 2 nights ago, Savannah and her siblings, Annie and Cameron, shared another video agreeing to pay $6 million in ransom to bring their mother home. Okay. In the alleged ransom letter sent last week to various media outlets, including TMZ, the first deadline was Thursday at 5, which changed the alleged abductor's demand, and the second deadline was Monday, February 9th at 5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go fix dinner, keep my ear out, see what else is going on, and then I'll come back. Oh, I'm frozen again. I wonder how I stopped from being frozen. I'm just out here frozen, guys. So then I'll come back. I can see myself in StreamYard, but then I'm looking at my monitor and I see I'm frozen. I don't know how to fix it, so I don't know. It is what it is. Let me go on out of here. I'm not on my new fancy computer because I had to move some things around. So that's probably the whole problem. So yeah, we'll check out and see what happens. I'll see you guys a little later. I'm gonna keep on following up as we have been doing. And prayers to Nancy and her family. I just hope that this works out for the best. This is so unfair. This is so unfair. People are so mean, and desperation is something else. Like, this is just so sad. Yeah, I'll just come back. I'll come back a little later. I was looking to see what JLR said before we go. Let's see. TMZ just said Tracy Scroggins, NFL player, just passed away for the Detroit Lions. CNN has nothing. And you know what else? This gives them time to like move her too. That's the sad thing. This gives them time to move her. The sheriff didn't release anything new. They did say Cash Patel visit to Tucson is not related to the search for Nancy Guthrie. And they reiterated that. They want to reiterate that. So I wonder if TMZ is going to release the because they've been doing little by little with that last note. Oh, they didn't get the last note, but the note before that, what it said when they asked for the 1 million, then changed it to 6 million. And now they just released where Savannah and her family is staying, but it's like gated, so they have a little privacy. Let's see. This is crazy. So I guess they're gonna. The sheriff said he wasn't gonna say anything unless it was some developments. So I'm gonna go make dinner, and then I'm gonna come back if I hear anything, you guys. Like I said, shout out to JLR. Let me put that in the link so y'all can follow him and get these real-time updates. He's been out there day and night, night and day. This is his channel. I put it here. I'm gonna pin it here. Hey, DC. Hey, how you doing? I'm about to make it's a chicken salad. Just chicken salad. Oh man. You guys, I appreciate you so much for being here. And I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Sorry under these circumstances. So we're gonna follow what JLR got going on. And I'll see you guys a little later if we hear anything, okay? Yeah. And if you can, as always, support the channel. We're demonetized right now. So Cash App Burgundybluecom or Venmo Burgundybluecom. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. I appreciate you. Okay, I'll see you a little later once we figure out what's going on. They didn't get the 6 million. They didn't put it in the Bitcoin. She said, nah, not till you show me where my mama at. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.